Subscribe or you'll be visited by the toll troll. If you could go back and choose a different career, what would it be and why? Grave digger. Pickup artist. Something that makes a lot of money, instead of art. Art, like music. I have an economics degree and I regret. I used to kick myself for not getting into software engineering. But with the way current events are going, it's actually a blessing for me to be in healthcare. No matter how bad the economy gets, I'll always have a high-paying job. Business and finance. A hacker and not be greedy about it. Enough to get by and invest my lil gains. Biomedical engineer at the moment, it's cool, lots of government contracts, traveling and such, but construction. Learn programming languages at a younger age. Or join the Coast Guard and become a tugboat driver. Graphic designer right now, would much rather be a DP, operating cameras or editor. Anything but graphic design desu. Probably a radiology or x-ray tech. Work with roasty nurses all day and it seems pretty low-key. Instead I went with stressful sales, which seems to have too many highs and lows. Work from home too, so I haven't had the chance to bang out coworkers much and have a limited social network. Would have gotten into coding years earlier. Started my first job in 2022, graduated undergrad in 2019. I could have done a CS major, worked hard at that instead of the joke of industrial engineering and been at a FANG, but my family also held me back caretaking for parents. Now I have way less holding me back, but the software engineering market is squat and everyone wants 5 years experience. I got laid off with my whole team from an AI company and everyone hiring wants senior engineers with 5 years experience. Ice road truckin' or maybe something with plants. Maybe forest ranger. I work as a working designer and animator for TV animation in the US. I would go back and be a pediatrician. I'm essentially the male version of Pick, but with no kids and a wife with a great job, and substitute cigarettes and bonbons with weed and coffee. I'm extremely happy. If I could go back, I'd just buy 100 Bitcoin and retire. I'd go to law school, get into elder law, and be set up to grow fat off boomers. Programming, because I'm a lawyer and I hate it, all the arbitrary ever-changing rules, all the arguing in bad faith about nonsense. Programming is in high demand and is purely objective, that's what I want. I did go back to school for CS after doing auto mechanic. Much better. Robotics expert. Unironically, I'd love to go work for a big international bank as a trader. I hate the idea as a student, but now considering I trade stocks and shitcoins for a living anyway on my own back, I'd heckin' love to get paid hundreds of thousands a year for the pleasure. I would be a meme maker like Matt Furry before AI made him obsolete. Civil engineering. $60K per year. Bailed after 1 year and left my hometown to be a full-time volunteer. Made $400K in crypto meanwhile. Honestly, I don't feel bad about the decisions I've made. Wage slaving is for NPCs. The only thing I would have done different was not to waste 5 years at university, but that was impossible in retrospect because I wasn't strong enough mentally for that. Professional chainlink holder. I never ever would have gotten a degree in mechanical engineering. Horrendous pay, horrendous work environment, zero ability to move up, no job opportunities, every industry is extremely siloed. Everything is run by mentally regarded boomers. No idea, studied chemistry and didn't like lab jobs much, so joined a big 4 firm and got my CPA. Pay is better but it's dull and unrewarding. Studying some cloud certs to pivot to cloud FinOps, but who knows if that's much better. I didn't go to school and I ended up CFO making $215K a year. No regrets. I'm early in my career but pretty satisfied. I started college for accounting, switched into information systems. I work in IT, work strict 40 hours per week, I make $100K a year. I'm not sure if I'll stay this path forever, but I've prioritized health and longevity. I could be comfortable in a similar role for a long time. I think I picked right, it's stable, in enough of a demand that if I want to move around I can, and it's not exhausting on the brain like some SWE roles. At the end of the day, a job is a job. I think most people just blame their jobs for their personal life sucking, when in reality it's often not your employment holding you back. I studied biochemistry with no graduate. Currently work in a government environmental lab as a lab bitch. I should have followed my father's footsteps and went into business and finance, or just done some type of engineering that has decent earning potential without further schooling. At least I have a stable job, but it just barely pays the bills and it doesn't have a pension, which could be nice. Considering a master's of engineering in chemical engineering, but those jobs only make around 20K more, which isn't much for a 50K degree. Early Bitcoin investor who held 100K coins from 1 cent to now. Doing same job I do now, but having the option to take sabbatical.